shadows where the stories rise. Gangsta's paradise where truth never lies. Tune in deep, feel the drama unfold. Real life tales, bold and untold. In the shadows where the stories rise. Gangsta's paradise where truth never lies. Tune in deep, feel the drama unfold. Real life tales, bold.
What up, dope fam? Welcome to GPTV1, where truth never lies. This is another cautionary tale, a story where the streets, fame, and justice all collide. Allegedly, authorities linked the BL-800 gang to a wave of gangsterism, drug trafficking, and intimidation in neighborhoods already struggling with poverty. What followed was a relentless pursuit as local police, federal agents, and community leaders joined forces to dismantle the network piece by piece. Authorities say BL-800, also known as Bantu Life, emerged among youth and young adults clustered around the Wedgewood and South Park apartment complexes. Fam, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a drop. Support GPTV1 by grabbing some merch from the GP store, or bless the Chime or Cash App if you rock with the movement. Your support means the world. Reports indicate the group wasn't defined by traditional drug territory structures, but by escalating violence and retaliatory conflict. According to investigators, BL-800 members were loosely organized, often operating in small sets. Court filings claim the group used social media to broadcast conflicts, taunt rivals, and document weapons. Behavior authorities say accelerated their visibility to law enforcement. According to Columbus police, a pattern of shootings, armed robberies, and violent confrontations linked to BL-800 grew over several years. Authorities say several incidents, including a high-profile fatal shooting connected to a vehicle chase, pushed the gang to the top of the department's priority list. According to investigations, an 18-month multi-agency operation quietly tracked BL-800 activity. Detectives gathered digital evidence, monitored hotspots, and coordinated with the Franklin County Prosecutor's Office. Authorities described the operation as a targeted effort to dismantle the group's violent core. Authorities say coordinated arrests were carried out across the West Side. According to court documents, multiple individuals were indicted on charges ranging from participating in a criminal gang to weapons-related offenses and homicide-related counts in certain cases. Court records show several defendants entered guilty pleas as cases moved through the legal system. According to prosecutors, the sentences reflected the severity of the group's activities. Defense attorneys, however, argued that some allegations overstated the structure and intent of individuals involved. Experts say that the rise of groups like BL-800 cannot be separated from poverty. Unstable housing, school disruptions, and the social media-driven cycle of retaliation. According to criminalists, these micro-gangs form quickly. And can collapse just as fast once core members are removed. Authorities say the crackdown didn't end in the challenges in Wedgewood. It only reset them.
Hi, my name's Eric Klaus, detective with the Columbus Police Criminal Intelligence Unit. I was a case manager on this case since 2021 when we started this. I want to make one thing perfectly clear. This was a case that was made based on violence. As others have said, we saw a severe uptick in violent crime in South Park apartments and Wedgewood apartments. We said, hey, what are we going to do about it? Who's responsible for this sort of thing? We immediately knew who the culprits were. It was a gang known as BL-800. They ruled these areas and they controlled the areas through threat of violence and just kind of plagued the area by really controlling it to the extent that we couldn't get good cooperation from victims and witnesses in different crimes. We're having all these incidents. We had great evidence. We had great scenes. We were ready to go forward. And we were finding that victims and witnesses were very afraid to come forward. And we understood why. I mean, as police officers, we're frustrated, but as human beings, we have to have empathy for some of that. So we took this that puts everything on us, to put onus on us. And this is what we came up with, a collaborative effort to do this exact project. What you'll see with some of these guys, you'll see a lot of charge ability, you'll see theft, you'll see receiving stolen property, things like that. Make no mistake, these guys were almost every one of these guys that we've charged or indicted is involved in much more violent crime. Crimes that we had good cases, have witnesses and victims. So this is what we came up with, and we charged them with what we could, because they're still dangerous individuals. We know who they are, and we have to get them out of the community to where they're everyone. So we charge them with we need 2 underlying predicate felonies to charge a gang case, and then we charge them with being part of this criminal gang. So we saw them in Wedgewood and South Park really battling them out with rival gangs. We saw them victimizing innocent citizens. We saw all sorts of violence from this group. So the big question was, I know it's confusing to see the BL-800 up here, what their name is. One thing you have to understand before we even get into that is, we have different Somali refugee communities.
Community groups argue that the long-term change requires investments, stability, and alternatives for young people. According to investigators, the goal is preventing the next BL-800 before it forms. This has been another chapter in the Shadow Empire docuseries, exploring the hidden wars shaping America's cities. According to investigators, the BL-800 story is a warning of how quickly violence can take root and how costly it is to remove. Stay tapped in if you want the full truth behind the shadows shaping America's street. Subscribe to GPTV1 and follow the Shadow Empire series. New episodes dropping soon.